Yo, how's it going everybody? It's me, Arctic. In today's video we're going to be looking at the character Candace, who actually just got some of her gameplay dropped on the official update, I guess you could say, on the trailer. Looks like Candace is going to be a Hydro polearm character, and it looks like she's got a shield right here, which could be interesting considering that we don't really have any shields in the game currently. So I'm interested to see what comes of her. In terms of gameplay, it looks like she's got a pretty standard, like, normal combo attack right here. But her charge attack looks like it has some sort of, like, I guess you could say, spear throw or like a spear rush kind of thing, which is interesting. She definitely looks like a pretty fun character in terms of animations with how she blends her, like, shield with stuff. That's like a shield bash right there. She's also got an ult. I don't know exactly what the ult does. It's not very clear from this, but I guess we'll see in a moment. In terms of a breakdown of her basic kit and character, let's see, she scales with bonus HP percent, so I guess she's probably going to have some sort of HP scaling, which is kind of interesting, considering that Nilo also has HP scaling. Other characters like Yelan have HP scaling, which is pretty cool. And also, I don't remember exactly, but a long time ago I heard a rumor that like the Burgeon effect or something, or like Hydro and Dendro reaction has a lot to do with HP, so that could actually be pretty interesting as well. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, however. The E skill, Sacred Right Heron Sanctum. Candace fighting style is capable of warding off an entire tide of foes. So the tap rushes forward with her shield, dealing hydro damage. So I guess it's more of a shield rush. The hold raises a shield to block upcoming attacks from nearby opponents, forming a barrier that absorbs damage based on her max HP and absorbs hydro damage at 250%. The barrier lasts until the elemental skill is unleashed. So, kind of considering this close to how Beto's skill works, or Yunjin's skill. After holding for a certain period of time, Candace will finish charging, and when the skill button is released, the skill duration expires and the barrier is broken. She will perform a leaping strike that deals hydro damage to opponents in front of her. So a leaping strike, that seems pretty interesting. Like it might have some sort of range on it, something like that, or it just targets the nearest opponent, or it remains on the ground. But leaping makes me think that she's going to leap through the air, which sounds really cool. So the shield damage absorption, yeah, pretty standard for absorption type stuff. It's got basic damage right here, 21% of max HP, which is a decent bit, and the charge up damage is 34% of max HP. So a decent bit if you are going for like a vaporized reaction with this or something like that. Could be pretty cool. The cooldown at 9 seconds isn't too long, but it is a little bit short. I guess you can use just the tap right here at 6 seconds, but I don't think this really has like a counter mechanic like Yunjin or Beto has. Beto I think is more of just the straight up counter, but this just seems like a quick block in terms of damage. In terms of the ult right here, Prayer of the Crimson Crown. This effect has the following properties. Characters deal increased elemental damage with their normal attacks. So this seems like a support ability already from here. Whenever a character takes the field, they will unleash a rippling wave of water that deals hydro damage to nearby opponents. There is a limited number of waves that can be triggered with the duration of the skill. Sword Claimer and polearm wielding characters in this fic will obtain Hydro Infusion. So I guess you can run her as a main DPS then with this, as long as her ult is up. However, her ult also seems to be like definitely one of those things where you want to like switch to new characters, swap around a whole bunch. Definitely seems like an interesting kind of elemental burst right here. Definitely going to be very valuable, I think, for certain team comps. In terms of damage, this only does like 11% of max HP. The duration of it is 9 seconds. You get actually a 20% damage bonus, which is a good bit. The wave impact is going to be basically the same as the cast. It gets like 3 wave instances in that amount of time, so decent sub DPS. But I think this is when you actually take the field with new characters, so I guess you can rotate around your whole team and get those 3 waves, up to 3 waves I would say. Cooldown 15 seconds, energy cost 60, so not too bad. You're only going to really have like, I think like 5-ish seconds of downtime right here, so not too bad, especially if you are swapping to other characters and performing their elemental bursts. Could be pretty interesting. The passives, let's see, if Candace is hit by an attack with the whole duration of Sacred Right, that skill will finish charging instantly. So yeah, it definitely is like Beto's counter actually. And then the second passive, characters affected by the Prayer of the Crimson Crown, caused by Sacred Right, Wagtail's Tide will deal 0.5% increased damage to opponents for every 8,000 points of Candace's max HP when they deal elemental damage with their normal attack. So what's interesting right here, it says doesn't say like a upper limit to what it is. It just says for every 1,000 points of max HP. So in theory, you could run tons of HP on her and get a lot of benefit from this. But just generally, like even if you have like a low HP build on her and you're going for more of a DPS build, this can still actually be really potent for you. And since she's a 4-star, I guess I am going to look at the Constellations a bit. So let's see, duration is increased by like 3 seconds, so that's pretty good right there. Let's see, Heron's Guard hits opponents, Candace and max HP will increase by 20%. That's pretty good, gives you a bit more benefit for support stuff. Constellation 4 shortens the cooldown of Sacred Right, Heron's Guard to be the exact same as tapping cooldown. So yeah, you can basically just hold it the whole entire time and go for that maximum damage, I would say. Also, Constellation 6, when characters, excluding Candace, are affected by the Prayer of Crimson Crown caused by Sacred Right, they deal elemental damage to opponents using normal attacks. An attack wave will be unleashed that deals AoE harder damage equal to 50% of Candace's max HP. This effect can trigger once every 2.3 seconds and is considered elemental burst damage. So that is actually pretty good. Definitely seems like you're going to be going for a lot of HP on Candace. And that is not necessarily a bad thing considering how it functions with like Dendro and just HP in general. Anyway, that's going to be about it for the video. Remember to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 11,000 subscribers. We post all sorts of Genshin related content right here, like early character build guides, leaks, basically just upcoming information, and also some more like current stuff. I'm trying to get into more like current game kind of posting type stuff.